New York City, July 16th, 2026. Pier 60 is lit up for a night unlike any other. The inaugural TIME100 Sports Gala, where the world's most influential athletes trade jerseys and cleats for gowns, tailoring, and serious fashion statements. Tonight, Olympic champions, NBA royalty, and record-breaking legends all compete on one final playing field. The red carpet. We're counting down the 30 best-dressed stars of the evening. The boldest gowns, the sharpest suits, and the moments that had everyone talking. From daring cutouts to full glam power dressing, this list has it all. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because we're revealing every single look, all the way to the #1 spot. Between designer gowns, bold color choices, and some genuinely surprising menswear moments, there is a lot to get through. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Starting at number 30. Number 30. Fuller and Balogun. Kicking off our countdown at number 30 is footballer Fuller and Balogun, who brought a contemporary smart casual edge to a carpet otherwise dominated by gowns and tuxedos. He stepped out in a light gray set built around a zippered bomber-style jacket with a high collar, a piece that immediately reads more streetwear than red carpet, which is exactly what made it stand out. The jacket was paired with matching straight-leg trousers, keeping the silhouette clean and monochromatic from shoulder to ankle. Underneath, he kept things simple with a crisp white crewneck t-shirt, letting the tailored gray pieces do the heavy lifting without ever feeling overdressed or stiff. Dark slip-on sneakers with contrasting white soles grounded the whole outfit, reinforcing that relaxed, off-duty energy, while a pair of subtle stud earrings added just enough polish to remind everyone this was still a gala look, not just an airport fit. It's the kind of outfit that proves you don't need a full suit and tie to make a statement on a night like this. Sometimes a sharp jacket, the right sneakers, and total confidence in your own style is more than enough. For a look this effortlessly cool, on a red carpet where so many outfits blur together into a familiar rotation of gowns and tuxedos, a look built around confidence and personal style rather than convention is exactly the kind of choice that tends to stick in people's minds long after the night is over. Number 29. Gabby Butler. At number 29, cheerleading star Gabby Butler brought serious old Hollywood glamour to Pier 60 in a floor-length, metallic bronze gown that caught every single camera flash the moment she stepped onto the carpet. The dress featured an elegant halter neckline, framing her shoulders and collarbone beautifully, while a dramatic, asymmetrical fabric drape extended from one shoulder down across the bodice, instantly drawing the eye and adding a sense of movement to what could have otherwise been a very simple silhouette. The form-fitting gown was crafted from a subtly textured, light-catching material, one that shifted tone slightly with every step, creating a fluid, almost liquid metal effect as the fabric flared gently toward the floor. It's warm, it's rich in tone, and it stands apart from the sea of black and jewel-toned gowns that so often dominate these events. There's something undeniably confident about choosing a metallic gown in a warm bronze rather than the more expected silver or gold, and it paid off in a major way on this particular carpet. Elegant, warm-toned, and undeniably striking under the lights, metallic gowns can sometimes feel like a safe, expected choice at a black tie event. But the warmth of that bronze tone, combined with the sculptural drape, kept this particular version from ever feeling generic. Number 28. NFL safety. Damar Hamlin lands at number 28 with a relaxed, monochromatic black ensemble that leaned confidently into off-duty street style rather than traditional black tie dressing. He wore an untucked, long-sleeved button-down shirt paired with matching loose-fitting, wide-legged trousers, giving the entire outfit a comfortable, easy-moving foundation that still read as intentional and put together. That relaxed base was then sharply contrasted by a crisp white necktie, fastened neatly at the collar, an unexpected styling choice that instantly elevated the whole look and gave it a little formal edge without sacrificing any of that laid-back energy. Rather than finishing the outfit with dress shoes, he opted for dark navy blue sneakers with crisp white laces, a detail that fully committed to the street-style direction of the look and kept it feeling current, youthful and lived in rather than stiff. It's a genuinely clever bit of styling, taking two very different fashion languages, tailored formal wear and casual streetwear, and blending them into something cohesive. Unexpected, confident, and a little playful. It's a reminder that formal dress codes don't have to mean sacrificing personal style, and that a single unexpected accessory, like that white necktie, can completely reframe how the rest of an outfit reads. Number 27. Whitney Carson. Professional dancer Whitney Carson takes number 27 in a dual-textured mini dress that beautifully balanced sparkle with softness from top to bottom. The dress featured a delicate halter neckline leading into a heavily beaded, light-catching champagne bodice, the kind of embellishment that demands attention the second the light hits it, especially on a red carpet packed with photographers. That embellished, textured bodice then transitioned seamlessly into a smooth, lustrous satin skirt, which fell into a relaxed A-line silhouette, giving the whole dress a lovely sense of movement whenever she walked. It's a genuinely smart design choice, pairing all that beaded detail up top with a simpler, flowier skirt below, so the eye has somewhere to rest. The entire glamorous ensemble was perfectly anchored by minimalistic jewelry, a choice that let the dress itself remain the clear focal point of the look, finished off with matching metallic strappy mule heels that tied the champagne tones together from head to toe. It's a mini dress that manages to feel both youthful and thoroughly red carpet ready at the same time. Sparkling, well-proportioned, and effortlessly chic, mini dresses can sometimes get lost on a carpet full of dramatic gowns and trains, but the sheer craftsmanship in that beaded bodice gave this particular dress more than enough presence to hold its own. Number 26. Oksana Masters. At number 26, decorated Paralympic athlete Oksana Masters brought sophisticated, textured glamour to the TIME100 Sports Gala carpet in an ensemble that felt both modern and deeply elegant. Her outfit featured a sleeveless, V-neck bodice, intricately embellished with cascading rows of shimmering beadwork and crystals, all layered over a sheer base that added dimension and depth to the design. That glamorous, heavily detailed top was then paired with high-waisted, fluid, cream-colored wide-leg trousers, which draped elegantly all the way down to the floor, softening the sparkle above with a smooth, flowing silhouette below. It's a striking combination of textures, the crystal-covered bodice contrasting beautifully against that soft, fluid cream fabric, and it gave the whole look a sense of intentional, high-fashion balance. She rounded out the ensemble with a prominent wristwatch and a pair of long, statement earrings, both of which added a bit of shine without overwhelming the beading already built into the bodice, along with just a subtle glimpse of metallic footwear peeking out from beneath the wide-leg hem. Elegant, tactile, and beautifully composed from head to toe, cream and neutral tones don't always translate as dramatically in photographs as bolder colors do. But the layered crystal beading here ensured the look still read as a major, considered fashion moment rather than something understated. Number 25. Diana Flores. Flag football trailblazer Diana Flores brings old-world romance to number 25 in a floor-length black lace gown that stood out for its craftsmanship alone. The dress featured delicate spaghetti straps paired with an eyelash-trimmed sweetheart neckline, immediately setting a soft, romantic tone before you even take in the rest of the design. What really made this gown special was the layering. Intricate lace overlays sat atop a contrasting nude slip underneath, creating a sophisticated sheer illusion effect that ran the length of the sleek column silhouette. That illusion technique is notoriously difficult to pull off well, since the balance between the lace pattern and the nude base underneath has to be precise, and here it landed exactly right, reading as elegant rather than overly exposed. She kept the rest of the styling understated, leaning into simple, minimal jewelry so the lacework itself could remain the star of the outfit, with just a glimpse of sparkling metallic platform heels visible at the hem as she walked. Timeless, textured, and quietly show-stopping rather than loud, sheer illusion gowns live or die on the quality of their construction. And the precision here, particularly in how the lace pattern was placed over the nude base, spoke to real attention to detail from whoever built this dress. Number 24. Anna Lee Waters. Pickleball phenom Anna Lee Waters takes number 24 in a sage green two-piece ensemble that felt fresh, youthful, and completely different from anything else on the carpet that night. The set consisted of a plunging halter top with a draped, asymmetrical hem, paired with a matching mini skirt in that same soft sage tone, giving the whole look a cohesive, considered color story from top to bottom. Both pieces were accented throughout with delicate, dangling bead embellishments, small details that added a genuinely dynamic sense of texture and movement every single time she walked or turned for photographers. It's a color choice you don't often see on a red carpet dominated by black, red, and metallic tones, and that alone made the look memorable. She finished the outfit with minimalistic metallic strappy sandals, keeping the footwear simple, along with a highly unique, spherical handbag that subtly nodded to the evening's sporting theme. A clever, playful accessory choice that showed real attention to detail. Playful, thoughtful, and genuinely detail-driven, sage green is still a relatively uncommon choice on major red carpets, and pairing it with all that beaded movement gave the outfit a genuinely fresh, of-the-moment feeling, rather than something that could have been worn any year. Number 23. Basketball phenom Cooper Flagg lands at number 23 in a modern, monochromatic black ensemble built around a relaxed-fit, double-breasted suit jacket with peak lapels, paired with corresponding wide-leg trousers that carried the same easy, oversized energy through the whole outfit. Rather than going fully formal with a dress shirt and tie underneath, the sharp tailoring was deliberately grounded by a casual black crewneck t-shirt, a styling choice that's become a genuine signature move for younger athletes looking to modernize traditional suiting. That casual base was then elevated right back up with a prominent metallic chain necklace layered over the t-shirt, adding a bit of shine and personality against all that matte black fabric. Chunky black leather shoes finished the outfit, keeping the entire look feeling current and street-ready, even with that double-breasted jacket and wide-leg trouser combination, which on their own could have read as far more formal and buttoned up. It's a smart, considered mix of formal tailoring and casual streetwear sensibility. Confident, current, and effortlessly cool. There's a growing trend among younger athletes toward exactly this kind of hybrid dressing, and this particular combination of tailoring and streetwear is a great example of why that approach continues to resonate on red carpets. Number 22. Figure skating star Ilya Mullinen brings serious avant-garde energy to number 22 in an all-black, tailored ensemble that felt more fashion week than red carpet in the best possible way. The look featured an open, elongated coat layered over a structured vest and slim-fitting trousers, creating a dramatic, sharp silhouette that moved beautifully with every step he took down the carpet. Underneath all of that structured black tailoring, a draped, champagne-colored silk cowl-neck top provided a genuinely soft, textural contrast, softening the sharpness of the coat and vest with something fluid and light-catching instead. It's a clever bit of contrast, pairing the rigid architecture of the coat and vest against the loose, draping quality of that silk top underneath. He accessorized the modern, eclectic look with dark rectangular sunglasses, worn even for evening photos, along with pointed-toe black leather boots featuring a prominent heel and subtle strap detailing. Both choices that leaned further into that fashion-forward, slightly theatrical direction. Editorial, confident, and genuinely unlike anything else on this list. Looks this experimental don't always land, since leaning too far into avant-garde silhouettes can sometimes overwhelm the person wearing them. But the tailoring here stayed sharp enough that the whole outfit read as intentional rather than costume-like. Number 21. Elle Duncan. SportsCenter anchor Elle Duncan takes number 21 in a striking architectural white ensemble that commanded attention through structure alone, well before you even get to the accessories. The outfit featured a high-neck, short-sleeved bodice with strong, structured shoulders, giving the whole silhouette a powerful, sculptural quality right from the top. That structured bodice was paired with tailored wide-leg trousers, accented by an asymmetrical draped train that trailed elegantly behind her as she walked, a detail that added drama and movement to what was otherwise a very clean, monochromatic look. All-white ensembles can be a genuinely difficult thing to pull off on camera, since they require flawless tailoring to avoid looking flat or shapeless, and this one delivered exactly that kind of precision. The sleek, monochromatic look was then beautifully elevated by a set of carefully chosen contrasting accessories, including a bold metallic wrist cuff, a pair of delicate gold strappy heels, and a vibrant red and gold clutch, which together added just enough color and shine to keep the all-white base from feeling one note. Sharp, sculptural, and confidently styled from head to toe, all-white looks tend to either completely disappear on camera or completely dominate the frame, and the structured shoulders and sculptural train here ensured this one firmly landed on the side of commanding presence. Number 20. Gayle King. Veteran broadcaster Gayle King rounds out the top 20 in a bold, red-orange sheath dress that hit just below her knees, a color choice that made her instantly recognizable from across the carpet. The form-fitting dress featured a dramatic plunging neckline paired with structured cap sleeves, striking a genuinely nice balance between polished and daring without tipping too far in either direction. It's a classic silhouette, the kind of clean, body-skimming sheath dress that has anchored red carpets for decades, but that bold red-orange hue kept it feeling fresh and current rather than dated. On a night full of gowns with dramatic trains, cutouts, and heavy embellishment, there's something to be said for a look this confidently simple, one that relies entirely on color, fit, and a strong neckline to make its statement, rather than layering on extra detail. Bold, classic, and unmistakably her own, there's something refreshing about a look that trusts color and fit alone to make its statement, especially on a carpet full of heavy embellishment. And this dress proved that restraint can be just as memorable as maximalism. Number 19. NFL star Myles Garrett lands at number 19 in a relaxed fit beige two-piece suit featuring a single-breasted jacket with contrasting dark buttons, a subtle detail that added just enough visual interest against that light neutral fabric. He smartly grounded the light, warm-tone tailoring by layering a dark, open-collar shirt underneath, creating instant, deliberate contrast against the beige jacket and trousers, rather than going fully monochromatic. That contrast is really what makes this outfit work as well as it does, since an all-beige suit on its own can occasionally read as a little flat under evening lighting. But breaking it up with that darker shirt gave the whole look far more depth and dimension. He finished the ensemble with a pair of classic black leather loafers, a clean, simple choice that kept the whole outfit feeling polished and finished without adding unnecessary flash. Warm-toned, relaxed, and effortlessly well-tailored, beige suiting is notoriously easy to get wrong, since it can read as flat or forgettable under evening lighting. But the deliberate layering of darker tones here kept the whole look feeling sharp and considered, rather than washed out. Number 18. Prince Harry. At number 18, Prince Harry brought classic, tailored elegance to the carpet in a sharply cut, dark, single-breasted suit with notch lapels. The kind of timeless silhouette that never really goes out of style on a night like this. The traditional silhouette was given a more relaxed, approachable feel by pairing it with a crisp white dress shirt, worn open at the collar without a tie, softening what could have otherwise read as a very formal, buttoned-up look. That small choice, ditching the tie and leaving the top button undone, made a real difference in the overall energy of the outfit, giving it an easy, confident feel rather than something stiff or overly formal. He finished the look with a pair of polished black leather dress shoes, keeping the rest of the outfit clean, classic, and entirely traditional. There's nothing flashy about this look, and that's really the point of it, proving that a genuinely well-fitted dark suit, worn with quiet confidence, will always hold its own on a red carpet. Clean, classic, and quietly confident, in a room full of experimental silhouettes and daring necklines, there's genuine value in an outfit that simply nails the fundamentals, proving that fit and confidence will always outperform unnecessary flash. Number 17. Alex Morgan. Soccer legend Alex Morgan takes number 17 in a vibrant, strapless sunshine yellow gown that instantly stood out against the darker, more muted tones worn by most of the carpet that evening. The elegant silhouette was defined by flattering gathering at the waist, secured by a subtle hardware detail, a small structural element that helped shape the dress and keep the fabric sitting exactly where it needed to. From that gathered waist, the gown gave way to a fluid skirt featuring a dramatic thigh-high slit, adding a genuine sense of movement and a little bit of edge to what was otherwise a classic, elegant gown silhouette. Bright yellow is a notoriously difficult color to wear on camera, since it can easily overwhelm or wash out under harsh red carpet lighting. But the fit and cut here kept the whole look feeling intentional and confident rather than overpowering. She kept her accessories minimalist by design, letting that bold color take center stage, finishing the look with a pair of delicate transparent strappy heels that added shine without competing with the gown itself. Bright, confident, and full of movement. Bright, saturated colors like this yellow tend to be a genuine gamble on a red carpet, since they can either become the most memorable look of the night or completely overwhelm the frame. And here, it clearly paid off. Number 16. And rounding out the first half of our countdown at number 16 is designer Kristen Juszczyk, who brought serious high drama to the carpet in a corseted, rose-printed trumpet gown by Richard Quinn. The structured corset bodice hugged her frame closely through the waist, building real anticipation for the dramatic flair that followed, before the gown suddenly opened up into that signature trumpet silhouette below the hip. That combination, a tightly fitted corset paired with a sweeping trumpet hem, is one of the more demanding shapes to wear well, since it requires precise tailoring through the bodice to really land. And here it delivered exactly that kind of dramatic, structured elegance. The delicate rose print running throughout softened the overall boldness of the shape, adding a romantic, almost storybook quality to what could have otherwise felt like a purely severe structural gown. Given her own background in fashion design, it feels like a particularly fitting, elevated moment for her to have on this carpet, choosing a gown that speaks directly to her own eye for construction and detail. Dramatic, romantic, and beautifully constructed. It's also worth noting that a designer choosing to wear another designer's most dramatic silhouette says a lot about her own eye for construction, since she clearly understands exactly what makes a shape like this work. Alright, we are officially halfway through tonight's countdown, and honestly, the looks are only getting bigger from here. If you're enjoying this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming. We've still got Olympic gold medalists, basketball royalty, and one of the most talked about naked dresses of the entire year still ahead of us. The number one spot on this list is a genuinely unforgettable moment on the red carpet. So stick around, because we are just getting started. And if you want to see more countdowns like this one, breaking down the best and boldest looks from the biggest nights in sports and entertainment, subscribing really is the best way to make sure you catch every single one. 15. Mikaela Shiffrin. We are back, and kicking off the top 15 is skiing legend Mikaela Shiffrin at number 15. She's shown on the carpet in an off-the-shoulder black dress, heavily adorned with rhinestones running from the bodice all the way down through the skirt. The off-the-shoulder neckline kept the silhouette soft and classic, while all of that rhinestone detailing turned a fairly simple black dress into something that genuinely sparkled under the event lighting, catching every camera flash as she walked. There's a real skill in knowing when to keep a silhouette simple and let embellishment do all the work, rather than overcomplicating the shape itself. And that restraint is exactly what made this dress land as elegantly as it did. Simple in shape, but maximalist in shine. There's a reason so many stylists reach for this exact formula, a clean silhouette paired with maximum embellishment, since it consistently photographs well from every single angle on the carpet. 14. Madison Chock. At number 14, Olympic ice dancer Madison Chock commanded attention in a striking ruby red gown that immediately became one of the standout color moments of the entire night. The dress featured intricate botanical embroidery running throughout the fabric, adding a real level of craftsmanship and texture that set it apart from the simpler, more solid-colored silhouettes elsewhere on this list. That kind of detailed embroidery takes serious time and precision to execute well, and it showed here. with the floral patterns catching light differently depending on the angle and movement of the fabric. The rich red hue alone would likely have been enough to turn heads on its own, but paired with that layer of detailed botanical embroidery, this gown became something far more memorable and considered. Rich, detailed, and confidently bold from every angle, embroidered gowns like this one tend to reward a closer look, since so much of the craftsmanship only really becomes visible once you get past the initial impact of that bold red color. Allie Marks Brunson. Coming in at number 13 is Allie Marks Brunson, who matched her husband's classic sensibility on the carpet in a textured little black dress. Rather than reaching for bold color or heavy embellishment, she kept things simple and sophisticated, letting the texture woven into the fabric itself do all the visual work. It's a genuinely smart choice for a couple's red carpet moment, coordinating in tone and formality with her husband's tuxedo without either look competing for attention. That kind of textured LBD is also one of the most dependable choices a person can make for a night like this, proving once again that a well-chosen little black dress can absolutely hold its own on a carpet full of bold color and heavy sparkle. Timeless, coordinated, and effortlessly chic, there's a quiet confidence in choosing simplicity on a night full of louder, more elaborate looks, and this dress proved that a well-fitted LBD will never actually go out of style. 12. Jalen Brunson. New York Knicks star Jalen Brunson takes number 12, keeping things timeless in a dark tuxedo with satin lapels and a matching bow tie, the kind of classic formal combination that has anchored red carpets for generations. It's a clean, no-fuss formal choice, one that leans entirely on precise tailoring and fit, rather than any bold or unexpected styling choices to make its statement. Where the look really came alive, though, was in the details he added on top of that traditional base, most notably a fresh braided hairstyle that gave the whole outfit a modern, personal touch. That single styling choice took what could have been a fairly standard tuxedo moment and turned it into something that felt distinctly his own. Sharp, coordinated with his wife's look, and effortlessly polished, classic tuxedo dressing rarely misses on a night like this, and pairing it with one modern, personal detail is often all it takes to make an otherwise traditional look feel distinctly current. 11. Kayla Nicole. At number 11, Kayla Nicole delivered a genuine pop of color in a bright blue halter dress that stood out immediately against the darker tones surrounding her on the carpet. The dress featured hip ruching that added real dimension and shape to the silhouette, right at the waist and hip, along with a thigh-high slit that brought a bit of movement and edge to an otherwise classic halter shape. That combination of a fitted, ruched bodice with a slit skirt gave the dress a nice balance between structured and flowing. She paired the gown with navy strappy sandals, a slightly deeper shade that kept the entire color story cohesive from head to toe, rather than introducing a competing tone. Bold, blue, and beautifully proportioned throughout, color-blocked accessories like this can easily throw off an otherwise cohesive outfit, but keeping the sandals within the same blue family as the dress kept the whole look feeling intentional from head to toe. 10. Trinity Rodman. Cracking the top 10 at number 10 is soccer star Trinity Rodman, who wore one of the single most futuristic looks of the entire night. Her ensemble featured a sculpted metallic bodice, built with real structure and shine, paired with a dramatic blush overskirt that softened the metallic top half with something far more romantic and flowing underneath. That contrast, hard metallic structure against a soft, blush-toned overskirt is an unexpected combination, and it's exactly what made this look feel so distinct from everything else on the carpet. She completed the ensemble with a metallic leg sleeve, an accessory choice that genuinely caught the camera flashes with every single step, extending that sculptural metallic energy from the bodice all the way down one leg. It's a genuinely unique avant-garde red carpet moment, one that took real risks in both silhouette and material. Futuristic, sculptural, and completely one-of-a-kind, looks this experimental are exactly what makes red carpet season worth watching, since they push past the expected gown silhouettes and take genuine creative risks with shape, texture, and material. Chloe Kim. Snowboarder Chloe Kim takes number 9 in an angelic, white, strapless cutout dress that balanced softness with just enough edge to keep it interesting. The strategic cutouts built into the bodice added a modern, slightly daring element to what was otherwise a very soft, romantic silhouette, keeping the dress from feeling overly traditional or bridal despite its all-white color palette. She elevated the entire look further with a matching, carpet-sweeping shawl, a piece that trailed dramatically behind her as she walked and added an almost cinematic quality to her entrance. That shawl did double duty too, both as a striking visual element in photographs and as a soft, flowing counterpoint to the more structured cutout detailing on the dress itself. It's a look that felt both ethereal and thoroughly modern all at once. Soft, dramatic, and beautifully executed from every angle, cutout detailing has become something of a signature trend across this entire awards season, and this particular version stood out for how naturally it was integrated into an otherwise classic, romantic silhouette. NFL quarterback Russell Wilson stood out at number 8 in a dusty rose velvet blazer, a color and fabric choice you rarely see on a red carpet otherwise dominated by black tuxedos and dark suiting. Velvet on its own already reads as a little more formal and textured than a standard suit jacket, and pairing it with that soft, dusty rose tone made the whole piece feel genuinely distinctive without straying too far from classic formal wear. He paired the velvet blazer with classic black pants, a crisp white shirt, and a bow tie, keeping every other element of the outfit fully traditional so that the rose velvet jacket could really be the star of the whole look. It's a smart approach to introducing a bold color choice into formal wear, changing just one piece of an otherwise classic tuxedo formula rather than overhauling the entire outfit. Unexpected, warm-toned, and confidently worn, unexpected color choices in menswear tend to be some of the most memorable looks of any given red carpet season, and a soft velvet tone like this dusty rose is exactly the kind of detail that separates a great suit from a forgettable one. 7. LeBron James, basketball icon. LeBron James, who was honored at the gala that evening, takes number 7, complimenting his wife on the carpet in a deep purple double-breasted suit. The rich, jewel-toned color immediately set his look apart from the sea of black and navy suiting worn by so many other men that night, and the double-breasted cut added a bit of structure and formality that suited the honoree of the evening. Beyond the sharp tailoring and that bold color choice, LeBron made headlines of his own well beyond the fashion coverage that night by debuting a completely bald head, a striking new look that had fans and commentators talking across social media almost immediately. Between the deep purple suit and that dramatic new hairstyle, it was genuinely one of the most talked about combined style and personal appearance moments of the entire evening. Bold color, bold hair, and a genuinely memorable red carpet moment. Between an honoree's suiting and their personal styling choices for the evening, it's rare for both to make headlines in equal measure, but that's exactly what happened here. 6. Eileen Gu. Freestyle skier Eileen Gu takes number 6. Keeping her look graceful and ethereal in an ivory high-neck satin slip dress that stood in beautiful contrast to the bolder, more structured gowns elsewhere on this list. The dress featured cape-style sleeves that added a soft, flowing sense of movement to the design every time she walked, giving the whole silhouette an almost effortless, breezy quality despite its clearly considered construction. Throughout the fabric, floral-stamped satin added subtle texture and visual interest without ever overwhelming that soft ivory base, while an embroidered silver bodice caught the light beautifully whenever she turned for photographers. It's a gown that manages to feel simultaneously minimal and detailed, relying on soft color and delicate texture rather than bold shapes or heavy embellishment to make its impact. Soft, luminous, and gracefully composed from head to toe, slip dresses can sometimes read as underwhelming on a red carpet full of bigger, more structured silhouettes, but the embroidery and cape sleeves here gave this particular one more than enough presence to stand out. Number 5. Jordan Chiles. Cracking the top 5 at number 5 is Olympic gymnast Jordan Chiles, who brought florals to the carpet in a strapless little black mini dress from Oscar de la Renta's Fall 2026 collection. The dress was heavily detailed with olive green vines woven throughout the fabric, along with three-dimensional pink, white, and yellow blooms scattered across the design, turning a simple black silhouette into a genuine garden of texture and color the closer you looked. That three-dimensional floral detailing takes real skill and craftsmanship to construct, since each individual bloom has to be built and attached in a way that still allows the fabric underneath to move naturally with the body. It's a masterclass in how much visual interest and detail can transform an otherwise classic black dress into something completely unique, especially coming from a design house as established as Oscar de la Renta. Detailed, designer, and undeniably fun to look at. Working with a design house known for this level of detailed embellishment tends to guarantee a memorable red carpet moment, and this dress lived up to that reputation completely. Savannah James. At number 4, Savannah James stunned in a black velvet halter gown that featured a plunging neckline, immediately establishing her look as one of the most elegant of the entire night the moment she stepped onto the carpet. The rich, deep texture of the velvet caught the light in a soft, subtle way, rather than an overtly sparkly one, giving the gown a more sultry, grown-up glamour than some of the more embellished dresses elsewhere on this list. Dramatic feather detailing cascaded down one side of the gown, bringing an unexpected sense of movement and texture to what was otherwise a sleek, fitted silhouette, and that single design element completely changed the energy of the dress every time she walked. It's a gown that felt both sultry and thoroughly sophisticated in equal measure, striking a really difficult balance to get right. Rich, dramatic, and effortlessly glamorous from every angle, velvet gowns bring a completely different kind of glamour to a red carpet than satin or sequins, one that reads as richer and more grown-up under evening lighting. And this dress used that texture beautifully. 3. Lindsey Vonn. Elite skier Lindsey Vonn takes the number 3 spot in a tomato red asymmetrical dress from Monse's Resort 2027 collection, a gown that instantly became one of the most fashion-forward moments of the entire evening. The dress featured fabric floral detailing along the shoulder, an architectural sculptural touch rather than a soft or delicate one, immediately signaling that this was a genuinely considered, designer-driven look rather than a simple red gown. Alongside that shoulder detail, a unique keyhole cutout added a modern, unexpected edge to the overall design. The kind of small structural choice that separates a truly fashion-forward gown from a more conventional one. The bold red color alone made her impossible to miss on a carpet full of neutrals and metallics, and paired with that sculptural shoulder detailing and keyhole cutout, this became one of the most talked-about designer moments of the entire night. Bold, sculptural, and confidently designer through and through. Designer resort collections don't always translate directly to red carpet dressing, but this particular piece proved that architectural considered design details can work just as well under evening lights as they do on a runway. 2. Ciara. Coming in at number 2 is Ciara, who opted for a menswear-inspired look that instantly became one of the most talked-about outfits of the entire night. She wore an oversized champagne satin double-breasted blazer, styled and worn as a mini dress rather than traditional outerwear, paired with matching short shorts underneath to complete the tailored, structured silhouette. That choice alone, reworking a classic double-breasted blazer into a full standalone look, is a genuinely clever bit of styling that plays with proportion and expectation in a way few other looks on this carpet attempted. The whole ensemble was then finished with delicate, lingerie-inspired lace trim along the hem, a soft, feminine detail that beautifully softened the otherwise sharp, tailored menswear silhouette running throughout the rest of the outfit. It's a genuinely clever, boundary-pushing take on red carpet dressing, blending traditionally masculine tailoring with distinctly feminine finishing touches. Confident, boundary-pushing, and completely her own. Reworking traditional menswear into something entirely her own is very much a signature move at this point, and this particular version may be one of the most successful examples of that approach yet. 1. Alyssa Liu. And at number 1, the best-dressed star of the entire 2026 TIME100 Sports Gala is Olympic figure skater Alyssa Liu. She wore a daring, lacy black naked mermaid gown by London label Nicholas Oakwell, a dress that immediately became one of the single most talked about red carpet moments of the entire year, let alone the night itself. The gown featured sheer corsetry throughout the bodice, cap sleeves that added just a touch of old-world structure, and a mandarin collar that gave the whole design a genuinely elegant, almost regal finishing touch, blending old-world elegance with a completely modern, daring silhouette. That combination, the exposed sheer corsetry of the naked dress trend, paired with more classic, structured elements like the collar and sleeves, is exactly what elevated this gown above a simple trend piece into a genuinely memorable fashion statement. The dramatic mermaid silhouette hugged her frame from bodice to knee before flaring out dramatically toward the floor, a shape that takes real precision to construct and an even greater level of confidence to wear. She accessorized the look with custom Pandora jewelry, adding one final layer of polish and shine to an already show-stopping gown. Bold, daring, and completely unforgettable from every single angle, naked dressing has become one of the most talked-about trends of the entire year, but very few examples have balanced daring and elegance as successfully as this particular gown managed to do. And there you have it. Our countdown of the 30 best-dressed stars at the 2026 TIME100 Sports Gala. From Elisa Liu's daring naked dress moment all the way down to the sharpest tailored suits of the night, this red carpet proved that athletes bring just as much heat off the field as they do on it. Let me know down in the comments which look was your favorite and if you think anyone got snubbed from this list. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, subscribe for more red carpet countdowns and celebrity-style breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Whether it was a daring naked dress, a bold menswear moment, or a classic gown done exceptionally well, this red carpet had something for everyone, and that's exactly what makes these countdowns so much fun to put together. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.